Welcome to Hassle-Free RE, the show where we share tips, tricks, and stories from the short-term rental industry and business alike. Hosted by Dave Minapace and Will Van Wickler. They'll help you navigate the exciting and ever-evolving world of short-term rentals. Whether you're a seasoned host or just starting out, they've got something just for you. In each episode, they'll bring you insider insights, expert advice, and real-life stories from hosts and industry professionals who have been through it all. They'll cover everything from maximizing your rental income and profits to creating unforgettable guest experiences and handling unexpected day-to-day challenges with ease. Are you ready to discover the secrets to running a successful short-term rental business without the hassle? Then let's get started. This is Hassle-Free RE.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Hassle-Free RE. I'm your host, Dave Minapace, president of the five-star co-host of property management, Airbnb property management company, and president of Launchpad Consulting, a short-term rental consulting company helping property owners launch, operate, and manage their own short-term rentals all across the country. I'm joined here with my other host, Mr. Will Van Wickler, New England's #1 short-term rental real estate agent, and definitely in the top 5 overall real estate agents as well. Short-term rentals is just a niche of what he does. But man, Will, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
I'm great. Dude, let's jump right in. We have such a great
do it.
topic today. Today's topic is this: why you should not buy an Airbnb in Sunday River until you've watched this video. Sunday River is located in northwestern sector of Maine, and it's one of the most popular short-term rental destinations in all of New England. But we want to spend some time with our listeners today and give them all the tools they need to buy, operate, and manage a successful short-term rental in Sunday River. So, Will, tell me about this topic. Why do you love the Sunday River market so much?
Absolutely. So there's a couple things that I break this down into. The first one is the location. So obviously where it's located, but how you get there. It's easy to get to from large metropolitan areas, which are feeder markets. So Portland, Maine, Boston, Massachusetts, parts of Rhode Island, New York, Connecticut, all of New England. It's really easy to get to. And it also offers the best skiing experience for all different levels of skiers, beginners to advanced skiers. And then the other part is the investment in snowmaking technology that Boyne Resorts puts into the resort. So it's the most dependable snow in the Northeast. So even if we have a bad winter, there's actually more traffic driven to Sunday River and the investment they keep making into the market. So for all of those reasons, it's my favorite skiing destination in New England, and it's my favorite investment market because of the investment the mountain is making into the area. And the last thing I'll say is Boyne Resorts is not a hotel developer or really a real estate developer. So they're not competing with short-term rental investors. They actually appreciate the investors giving their homes out to the market so people can come and enjoy the mountain.
Absolutely. And for anyone that is fearful of global warming, do not fear. Because Sunday River, the market itself, which really consists of Woodstock, Bryant Pond, Bethel, and Newry, the resort itself is located in Newry. This is an amazing year-round market. Okay, so you have Mount
Absolutely.
Washington that's only about a half hour away. You have North Conway that's 45 minutes away. Kaiser Lake that's about a half hour away. You have Oxford, an Oxford casino less than an hour away. Portland that's not very far away. You have all these amazing areas and destinations all within an hour's long scenic drive from, we'll call it Bethel, as sort of the apex of everything. And so what I've found is that there's really no downtime in this market. So yes, you have your peak of peak seasons, which is the winter. You have extremely, extremely strong spring, summer, and fall seasons as well. And because of that, we love managing in this market, right? Five-star co-host. We have a handful of properties in this market in each of those towns that we just explained. And then on the consulting side, we've helped dozens and dozens of homeowners. Once they buy the house with you, Will, we get them up and running so they can enjoy a successful investment. And you get guests from all over. okay, all over New England, down from Canada. Uh, it's very drivable, very friendly environment, just an amazing, amazing space for families and friends to get away to.
Yeah, I
So,
love how you touched on the year-round aspect, and that's a huge reason
yeah,
why people invest here. So, with that, let's talk
absolutely.
about the Airbnbs in the market and what that looks like, Dave.
Totally, totally. Maybe we start with just some special considerations,
Yeah.
for homes there. Starting with we'll start with location as a special consideration. I know we were going to end with that. Let's jump into it now. You know, I personally, from a rentability perspective, I don't necessarily find Newry anymore to be better than Bethel or Woodstock to be worse than either of those. What I really think, like the big key is that you really don't want to be more than a 20-minute drive from Sunday River or Mount Abram, right? You don't want to have to drive too far to enjoy those areas. Um, but you want to be in a location that gives you some privacy so your home isn't on top of another home, which is very easy to find and achieve in this market. And you also want to have views, really strong mountain views. And it's really interesting. I find Newry and Bethel have a really gorgeous mountain views available. Woodstock is actually the one town that has both water and mountain views all in the same frame. And it's really, really neat and spectacular when you get into those homes. But I think buying a home with views is going to be your key to success, just like being near a beach in a beach market.
Right. And it's all just about affordability too. You're not going to be able to find views in all price points, but if you don't have views, you better make sure you're kicking things up a
Yeah.
notch in other departments. And then the other thing is, like you said, location. People that haven't been here, they always think, gosh, you need to be 3, 5 minutes away, and they compare it to a beach market. In a mountain market, people are already getting in the car. So another 5 minutes is not going to really make or break a deal. But if it has an outstanding view or great amenities, they're going to book the house.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that you brought that up. Let's talk about design, indoor and outdoor design. What does it take to make a home compete and become really cash flow positive?
Yeah. So the core amenities in this market, it's pretty simple. You need a hot tub, you need a fire pit for the summer. We're starting to see some people do some barrel saunas and maybe some jungle gyms for kids. Some of the top performing properties have outdoor pools, but it's a really basic market. The baseline amenities, like I said, hot tub, sauna, fire pit to start. That's the base. And then on the inside, clean mountain modern aesthetic. You don't need all these crazy murals. We're starting to see some really awesome design, which definitely is kicking things up a notch. But people just appreciate clean, kind of luxurious accommodations that almost remind them of a hotel. You don't need the Smoky Mountain bare linens, right? People are starting to go for the more classy aesthetic. But it's a very basic market. But they're starting to become really great properties come on the market with more of that modern design.
And what I love about that modern design, I always say shoot for almost like a hotel style consistency when it comes to the linens, the bed sheets
Right.
and the towels and things like that. Why? Well, to be honest, a lot of people traveled during COVID and a lot of people were let down during COVID in staying in homes that were very inconsistent. People don't want to feel like they're sleeping in your home. They want to feel like they're sleeping in a hotel level product if you want to command the highest price point. And this is how you can turn a 2, 3, or 4 bedroom home into a luxury home, is really with how you manage your linens and the quality of the fabric that you're using there. So, with that, let's talk about the S word, saturation. Do you feel like this market is saturated, Will?
Well, I don't think any market is saturated, right? Talking about our friend Kenny Bedwell, we have bedroom counts that are saturated. And the truth is, I probably wouldn't tell you to go buy a 1 bedroom condo on the slope because guess what? A lot of those are rentals. But the areas we focus on are the more luxury accommodations, even if that's a very small 2 bedroom couples retreat or a 4 bedroom or 5 bedroom. I typically like to steer clear of 3 bedroom homes because there's a larger concentration of them. And we also think of the guest avatar. Usually it's two families renting these homes where there's typically not enough sleeping space. So if you buy a 3 bedroom, make sure there's enough room to maybe have that other sleeping space, but we haven't even reached even a close match to saturation like these other markets. There's less than 500 active listings in the entire Sunday River area, which really just shows the demand is outpacing the supply of available homes. So there's still a lot of room in the market. And then when we talk about the real estate, the builders are not building enough homes to really keep up with the demand that's out there. And these new construction homes oftentimes aren't turning into short-term rentals. So we're not even really
Right.
close to a Smoky Mountain type of saturation.
I totally agree with you. And what I'll say is, based on the data within my property management company, we're actually seeing the highest grossing properties based on the price point, or the highest ROI properties right now are 4 bedrooms. For what it's worth, they're 4 bedrooms, but they have the sleeping capacity for up to 14. So usually you want to have at least 3 bathrooms in there to accommodate that. Generally, there's going to be one bedroom that is a massive bedroom that can have several bunk beds. So you can have 6, 7 kids sleep in that one room. And then you have adults spread across the other bedrooms. Otherwise, go right for that 5 bedroom. Honestly, having a 5 bedroom that sleeps 15, you only have a few dozen houses that you're competing with. Or a 4 bedroom that can sleep at least 14 people. Again, you have maybe 50 houses out of that entire 500 listing that you're competing with. And it's amazing how much higher, if you use the right pricing strategy, how much higher your occupancy and revenue will be from that of your peers.
I love that. And like you said, pricing strategy, that's a big part of it.
Totally, totally. Another topic that we haven't touched on yet, in my opinion, about this market and why I love it is affordability. It's truly one of the most affordable, uh, hot vacation markets in all of New England. If you're looking for a lakefront house or a beachfront house, you're not going to your prices are going to be double, triple what you're going to find in Sunday River. And because you have the year-round rentability, your income is going to be a lot higher in a market like Sunday River. Now, Will, for somebody who has never owned a mountain home, what are some things to consider when it comes to snow and power and all that fun stuff that we don't really hit on a ton?
Yeah, so don't buy the home until you get to this part of the video because I won't lie, we have high expenses here. We have high revenue that kind of outweigh that, but there is plowing, there is shoveling.
Yeah.
You have higher utilities in the winter. If you're running a hot tub and a sauna, guess what? Your electric bill is going to be a little bit higher. You have pest control. So we do have higher expenses. You just got to make sure you budget for those and you're prepared because if you're not, you might be shocked when you get that plowing bill at the end of the winter and it's $3,000 you didn't budget. You already spent that on a new fire pit or whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's really, really budgeting for these expenses. And the other thing I'll say, kind of the secret is you might actually net more money in the summer because your expenses are lower. So
Yeah.
that's kind of a secret in the market is you're not paying for snow plowing in the summer. So you might not make as much gross revenue, but your net revenue might actually exceed that.
Every year, the last 3 years, our net revenue has been higher in July and August than January and February. And it's by a very close margin. It's definitely not far and away, right? But yeah, that's what we find. I'll also say that a lot of owners enjoy using their homes in the winter a bit, and so they're losing some revenue there. So that does factor into it. But yeah, summer is really your time to crank and let those longer lengths of stay bookings take form because that's how you're going to really make that money. Um, so in summary, we talked about location, we talked about design, and if anyone needs help, we have lots of different designers that we can recommend you to who have done a great, fantastic job in this market and have the resources to be able to do the implementation for you. We've talked about sleeping capacity. In this market, I generally say shoot for 13 to 15 in terms of sleeping in your home. If you can thoughtfully do that, you're going to be very successful in this market. We talked about some of the key amenities, right? Hot tub, mainly tubs. Shout out to them. They're fantastic with purchasing a hot tub and the install. Saunas, you can also buy that from Mainly Tubs. So give them a ring. Give our boy Jordan or Nick a call over
That's
there.
right.
Um, and then, I don't think you necessarily need a full on game room in this market, but some really cool things that I've seen as we wrap this up are, those spaces under the stairs that go to the basement. putting a few arcade games in there and making it black lighted out is really, really neat. There's all sorts of different ways that you can incorporate activities for kids. And you got to remember, kids are usually not old enough to necessarily go on a big long hike like a parent or an adult is. So give them something to do. It'll help keep them there longer. So you factor all these pieces in. Take a look at this video a few times, right? Make sure you sign up for a consultation with Will, and then we'll help you out on the revenue side, and you will definitely be set up for success.
This might be one of the best mountain markets in the country. And it's for all those
I
reasons.
agree.
It's highly investable, it's still affordable, and there's a lot of potential as the mountain continues to grow.
I love it. Will, if someone wants to buy a house, how can they reach you?
Yeah, hit me up on my website. You can book a free consultation. We'll talk about the markets and how we can help you.
I love it. I love it. And if you have any questions related to your Airbnb, whether you already own or you're thinking about buying one, just go to davemenapace.com. You can check out our consulting business from there, Launchpad Consulting. You can check out our co-hosting business right there, 5-star co-host. We're here to help. And happy hosting, everyone. Have a great day.
See you later.
And that's a wrap for this episode of Hassle Free RE. We hope you found today's tips and stories as inspiring and useful as I did. Remember, success in the short-term rental industry is all about learning, adapting, and staying one step ahead. If you enjoyed the show, please take a moment to leave us a review or comment on your favorite platform. Your feedback helps us improve and reach more listeners like you. Plus, we'd love to hear your thoughts and any topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And follow us at Hassle-Free RE on social media for more tips and updates. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, keep it hassle-free.